Hey there guys, Jordan here, back with another reaction video, and it's going to be another episode of Ace Attorney Elements of Justice, and this is part 5 of case 3, Means, Motive, and Causation. Now then, in the previous part, we got into Rainbow Dash's trial, and we also got some more flashbacks about the trial for overall concept. And we seem to now be in the second part of the case. And it seems that we'll be able to see a recap as we proceed, as evidenced by the subtitle here. So yeah, it's been a while since I've reacted to an episode of the series, but now that wait won't be happening any longer, and so it's time to react to part 5 of the third case. And let's begin.
Previously on Elements of Justice.
Okay.
Today's proceedings shall center around the collapse of Wonderbolt reservist Streamline. The hospital administered a tox screen, but the initial report came back negative.
The victim was
Alright.
poisoned with a substance known as grickle grass. The symptoms of said poison are very distinct, and they are a perfect match with the victim's condition.
Right.
Some ponies saw Rainbow swap a juice box with one in Streamline's locker just before the collapse.
Then what happened to the one Rainbow swapped out?
10 to 1 says
Okay.
they were thrown out.
It was obvious from the start that Rainbow Dash didn't like Streamline, but now, calling Streamline...
Alright.
Now the whole court knows that you've been lying from the start.
Yeah.
Look at the defendant's face! Trust your eyes! See what they tell you! You said that no pony knows how your client could have snuck in poison, but we know some pony who most assuredly does.
The court will
Okay.
be given a 15-minute recess while the prosecution prepares their next witness.
Right.
Something tells me I'm going to need it.
February 21st, 2 o'clock p.m., Cloudsdale District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4.
I can't believe it. The nerve of her, hiding that from me. Was Rainbow even thinking?
Does she ever think?
Sonata?
No, I guess not. Because apparently, I'm the only pony around here with a brain.
Sheesh, take it down a notch.
Harsh, don't you think?
You're
Swear to
You're telling
Celestia,
me.
When I see her, I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind.
Sonata, hang on.
What?
sheesh.
I just wanted to ask about that painting again.
Painting?
Okay.
Yeah, earlier. I saw you looking at it really intensely, and you started to say something about the pony in it.
Yes, she did.
Did I?
You said that you knew him, that he helped you out a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's right.
So, who is he? Some pony you met at school?
At school? Mr. Wright. How old do you think I am?
Oh,
Eesh.
I meant he just gives off a teacher vibe, you know? Looking at him,
Okay.
I get the sense he's kind of like a mentor figure. And, well, based on how you briefly spoke of him.
That's right.
I suppose I can see that. But no, he wasn't a teacher.
Then who was he?
Is Atticus. Lawkeeper Atticus.
A lawkeeper?
Lawkeeper? But I thought...
The lawkeeper is Equity. That's still true. He, however, was the previous lawkeeper.
Oh,
The previous.
previous.
I guess that means Lawkeeper Equity had some big horseshoes to fill. No wonder she was so tough.
That makes sense.
Probably spent years working her way to the top. And now she's head of the High Council itself.
Understandable.
Has definitely been rather unique.
Sounds like somebody else I know.
But yes,
Yeah.
The pony in this painting is the previous lawkeeper. And I didn't meet him in school, by the way. I actually met him about a year ago.
A year?
Uh-huh.
Wait, hang on. That was... You were still in jail, weren't you?
Oh,
I
that's
was, yes.
right.
It's funny. I hadn't gotten any visitors, not after you. And I didn't expect any pony to stop by. Then one day, he did. A chance meeting behind bars. It's the stuff of children's tales and make-believe.
Okay.
Sometimes I wonder if it really did happen. But then I remember what he did, what he said, and how kind he was to me. I didn't think I deserved it, but he was kind regardless.
Wow.
If you don't mind me asking, Sonata, why did you meet him while in prison?
That's a good question.
Well, you see...
There you are!
Huh? Oh, Rainbow.
I could say the same thing. You've got a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah.
What's there to explain?
How about not telling us your true relationship with Streamline?
Yeah, what was that all
Make it
about?
sound like she and I were close.
Close enough for you to accuse her of cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm the bad guy? Is that it?
You're your own worst enemy here, Rainbow. Do you have any idea how badly you've jeopardized your entire...
Yeah, that was not a smart
Oh,
move.
I jeopardized it? What about you, Sonata? What about your lousy performance in there, huh?
Yeah.
Attorney I've got. You didn't bother speaking for, like, half of the stupid trial. And you didn't even present any evidence. And no matter what that detective or Captain Spitfire said, you didn't even object. Even Fluttershy could have done something as simple as that.
Rainbow Dash.
So why don't you get off your cold, moral high ground and take a hard look at yourself, huh? Because as far as any pony can tell, you're purposefully tanking my case.
Ugh, good
That's
lord.
enough, you two.
You tell him, Phoenix.
Look, Rainbow, I get why you didn't want to tell us what you accused Streamline of being. It could easily be spun into a motive.
Yeah,
And if that had come out, it would have made it that much harder to defend you.
exactly.
That's why you kept silent, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly why.
But Sonata's still right. You not sharing that information with us has put us in a really bad spot.
Yeah,
Now, the scales have almost certainly been tipped in the prosecution's favor.
you should have said something earlier.
You're not seeing.
Don't you remember our conversation the night before Athena's trial? About trusting the attorney. Trusting them to uncover the truth.
Yes,
For Athena's
that's the
trial?
lawyer creed.
I do. I do remember.
But,
Just...
Ms. Dash,
Rainbow?
I need you to clarify one other thing for me. What Detective Reed and Captain Spitfire said about you repeatedly accessing Streamline's locker. Was it true?
Well?
Yeah. All of it.
All of it?
Yeah. I managed to figure out Streamline's locker combo after watching her for a little bit. That's how I was able to open her locker.
And from there, you could swap out the juice boxes as you pleased. Rainbow, how? How could you do this to yourself?
You're just giving them the rope to hang you
The
on.
information left from our investigation has reached a dead end. It's useless now. I may as well forget about that particular fact.
Okay,
We
so
were
that's
both
out.
anticipated. Great. Ms. Dash, does this mean you...
What? No! I still never poisoned her! How could you even think that, Sonata? You're supposed to trust me!
How can she?
I've been telling you that this entire time?
We're at a disadvantage then. We're only learning of this now, but it seemed to me that Prosecutor Luna knew already.
Yes.
Yeah, she did. She basically tore it out of me during my interrogation.
Tore it out of you?
It was a really rough session. Like, really rough. Rougher than Captain Spitfire Sapphire's pep talks or one of Twilight's lectures.
Well, that fits Princess Luna to a T, doesn't it? They don't call her the Dark Mare of the courtroom for nothing.
That seems like an understatement.
This was different. How do I explain this? Look, I know Princess Luna's an intense pony, but she's never acted that way before. At least, not since... It was probably my fault for trying to keep quiet.
I don't know. Most defendants don't exactly spill their guts during an interrogation. There are at least some things they only tell their defense attorneys.
Right.
He should know.
You can tell the one who is actually fighting for your freedom than the one meaning to ensure you lose it.
Princess Luna should be well acquainted with that. Acting this way, it's...
Yeah.
Weird?
No. It's...
dangerous.
Right.
If Luna truly was that hurt from the last trial...
There may be no telling what she's willing to do during this one. An unpredictable prosecutor is even more deadly than a gimmicky one.
Yeesh.
My guess is Princess Luna's gonna use that information when we get back in there. She'll probably have that next witness talk about it.
Speaking of, do you have...
Any idea who this witness might be?
Not a clue.
Huh?
Do you think it could be another Wonderbolt?
Could be.
Maybe. There were a lot of them there that day. It could be Soren, or High Winds, maybe even Surprise.
Whoever they are, it could corroborate the claim that Rainbow tampered somehow with Streamline's juice boxes. No doubt the prosecution is counting on that.
Yeah.
That's her last loose thread as far as Luna's concerned. And if that happens, we're sunk.
Yep.
Hang on, that's not the only thread remaining. Ms. Dash?
Huh?
On the day of the incident, you were swapping out Streamline's juice box.
Don't remind me.
But what
Yeah.
happened to the one you swapped out?
Huh?
I think if we could just find it, we might be able to use it somehow. Maybe even find some discrepancy that the prosecution overlooked.
Sonata.
Defense attorney,
Oh?
the trial is about to reconvene. Present yourself and your co-counsel to the courtroom immediately.
Huh.
Defendant, you need to come with me.
Oh.
Hey! I've got legs, you know. I can walk myself in just fine.
Yet again, interrupting the tragedy of poor time management. Just what was Rainbow about to tell me? Could it help in some way? I guess there's no point in dwelling on that. I'll just have to ask once we get a free moment.
Missing juice box. Okay.
No point in dilly-dallying. Better head inside before Prosecutor Luna chews me out for being tardy.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a second.
Phoenix?
What is it now, Mr. Wright?
Look, I can tell you really want to help Rainbow out, even if she keeps thinking otherwise.
Yes.
You've been doing great, all things considered. But
But?
that stuff I told Rainbow about trusting the attorney goes both ways. She doesn't trust you. I think we both can see that.
Right.
Obviously.
But you'll need to get her to trust you. And you'll need to do that by showing you genuinely do care for her.
Ah.
Words won't cut it with her. You need to show your faith through actions.
Of course.
You may not know how to do that at this moment, but I know you'll figure out a way. No matter how bad this seems, you'll forge a path ahead. After all, you've gotten this far.
Ah. Thanks for the encouragement,
Let's head
Phoenix.
inside, Mr. Wright.
Oh. February 21st, 2:10 p.m. Cloudsdale District Court. Courtroom number 5.
Court is now back in session. Prosecutor Luna, has your witness arrived yet?
Yes, Your Honor. It seems our witness had a little trouble finding the courtroom and got sidetracked.
Huh?
But rest assured, They are more than capable of enlightening us about the method of juice transport.
Okay.
Among other things.
Really?
I'm happy to hear. Would you please call this witness to the stand?
Certainly, Your Honor.
Okay.
This is it. This could make or break my case. But why would this witness be sidetracked? They were in the middle of preparing their testimony, trying to make it as ironclad as possible. Whoever they are, whatever they're capable of, I can't afford to back down.
Okay. What? Her?
You...
What? Hey, I know you. You're that lady whose hotel room me and Feeny broke into that one time.
She's the witness?
Pinky, now's not the time.
Oh, there's Feeny now. Hey, Feeny.
Oh.
There's Rainbow too. Hi, Rainbow Dash.
Pinky? What are you doing here?
You know, it's the weirdest thing. These police ponies came and asked me a bunch of questions. After that, they told me to be a witness at a trial today. I didn't know they went by a witness, though. Whenever I made it to one of these trial thingies, I just remember the rise and not guilty parts. Oh,
Okay.
that reminds me. I should have my main early mid-afternoon snack. Really packs a punch. Or, wait, is it more like a mule kick?
Yeah.
Food for me to try?
Your Honor.
Now might not be the best time for this.
Yeah. Stick to the trial, please.
Witness, you took quite a bit of time getting here. Did you run into any issues or problems on the way?
Oh, no problems. I just got lost.
On the day you're meant to be testifying.
Seriously?
That's a pretty
It,
big problem
wait,
to me.
it's Pinkie Pie. That's to be expected.
I started traveling to Crossdale to visit Rainbow Dash, so I'm still a teeny bit unfamiliar with where everything is. After a while, I didn't know where I was, and I ended up finding a lot of cool places I'd never seen before, and doing a bunch of cool things.
Okay.
You can make cotton candy with the right kind of crowd? Now I do. So I just kept wandering around and around, forgetting what I was originally doing. But before I knew it, I was right at the entrance to the courthouse.
Okay.
I suppose you could say I had my head in the clouds.
Ay.
Save the puns for a party, not the courtroom. In the meantime, state your name and occupation for the record.
Please.
Princess Luna, you're...
Witness, in the courtroom, you will refer to me as prosecutor.
Sure thing. Sheesh, Prosecutor Luna. You're one tough customer. But if there's one thing I know about tough crowds, it's that they can't help but smile once I run with the old Pinkie Pie charm.
Oh.
Well, I will say, it's nice to have at least one bright face in this room full of gloom.
I guess it's nice to see you, Pinkie. Despite the circumstances.
Right.
But, as much as I love a bit of light-hearted banter, Prosecutor Luna is right. So, please, do as she says and state your name and occupation for the record.
No problem, Judgy. You can count on me. My name is Pinkamena Diane Pie, or Pinkie for short, or Pinkie Pie if you want a little bit extra for the fun of it. I'm the assistant baker for the cake family at Ponyville Sugar Cube Corner, and party planner extraordinaire. I do birthdays,
Gotcha.
holidays, welcome parties, dance parties, quinceañeras, anything you can think of.
Ooh, do you do luau's?
Honor, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yes, sorry. Miss Pie, please testify for the court.
Okie dokie Loki. I'll get right to it, Artichokey. And see me after the trial about that luau.
Okay. Witness testimony. What's the deal with the juice boxes?
Rainbow Dash asked me over a week ago to bring some juice to the academy. And I asked her what kind of juice, apple juice, grape juice, orange juice, and she stopped me and said Sublime Sunset, and I was like, ooh, I know a guy. She asked me to bring 4 boxes to be delivered to the edge of the academy out of every
Okay.
pony site. Oh, super sneaky like.
That was certainly a testimony.
Well, it's something.
Phoenix,
Huh?
Yes, Sonata?
this might be a little silly to ask, but you've interacted with Pinky way more than I ever have.
Yeah.
Even with my talent of observation, she eludes me. So, do you have any advice for how to approach her?
Pinkie Pie definitely isn't what I'd call an easy witness.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, she's a much wiser pony than she appears.
True.
Even if most of what she says seems a bit nonsensical, you can bet that there's at least something there you want to dig deeper on.
Right.
I'd say try to ignore the unnecessary details and search for those little nuggets that could prove useful to our case.
Got it.
I'll give it a shot. I appreciate it.
Okay.
No problem, Sonata.
Cross-examination. Here we go.
Rainbow Dash asked me over a week ago to bring some juice to the academy.
Did you find it strange that Rainbow asked you to bring some juice?
I actually did. No pony needs that much juice all at once, so I knew something was up. And do you know what I suspected?
What?
What was that?
Juice addiction. That must have been why she wanted such a specific brand. She couldn't get enough of the stuff.
Juice addiction? Seriously?
Should I deliver the juice and enable this addiction, or should I go with my initial plan?
Plan? What plan?
Yeah.
My plan to throw Rainbow Dash an intervention party, of course.
Oh.
You know, a little something to let her know that we're concerned, but here for her, and ready to help her overcome her juice cravings. I was gonna throw it as a surprise at her house,
okay.
invite some of our bestest friends over, and as a show that we're serious, we were gonna pour out all of the juice in front of her.
Yeah.
What? I don't have a juice addiction. Pinky, what the hey?
Pinkie, you can't just make some pony go cold turkey like that. Have you ever heard of withdrawal?
Yeah.
Of course. That's one of the reasons why I decided against it.
A juice addiction?
Okay.
I'd never even thought of that. Could such a thing really be possible, though? I know that my grandson is quite fond of soda.
Oh, brother.
Goes the weasel?
Moving on.
No, Your Honor. I think Pinkie meant it.
Can we get on with it? We don't have all day.
Sure thing. Now, as I was saying, and I asked her what kind of juice, apple juice, grape juice, orange juice, and she stopped me and said Sublime Sunset, and I was like, ooh, I know a guy.
You know a guy? Who?
Well?
I think now would be a good time to remind you that you are under oath.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you. Do you know the juice box mare?
Say what now?
Juice box mare?
The juice box mare!
Yes, I believe I know this mare. The one who lives on Brewery Lane?
Huh?
Well, this guy I know, he's married to the juice box mare.
The juice box mare?
What?
The juice box mare.
He's married to the juice box mare.
Can we please continue?
Enough! The juice box mare is not relevant to this line of questioning. Witness, you will cease this restless prattling and provide us with pertinent testimony.
Okie dokie lokie. But just know, if you ever need a good supplier,
Pinky.
you got it. My lips are zipped.
I thought we were going to ignore the irrelevant details.
Yeah.
That sounds
Guess
weird,
not.
though, and suspicious. When some pony says they know a guy, don't you get a feeling that this guy might be a little shady?
Normally, yes. Not so much.
Yeah.
She asked me to bring 4 boxes to be delivered to the edge of the academy out of every pony site. Oh, super sneaky like.
So, no pony saw you?
Nope. Like I said, I was super sneaky like. Rainbow was right to come to me because she's only like medium sneaky. She also told me to keep the whole thing a secret, which I would be doing if I wasn't under oath.
Yeah.
And why did Ms. Dash ask you to keep it a secret?
I
Well,
just figured she didn't want any pony finding out about her juice addiction.
Of course you did.
oh, brother.
So, was I good?
Yeah, you are good, Pinky. Real good. Maybe even the best. At leaving the courtroom at a loss for words.
Ay.
Pardon me if I'm being a bit dense, but what was the purpose of this testimony again?
Ay.
Well, according to Prosecutor Luna, this was to tell us how poison was brought onto the Academy grounds. But near as I can tell, that wasn't quite what was said, was it?
We
Yeah.
admit that Miss Pye's penchant for pontificating makes our previous point appear pointless.
Gosh, that's a lot of points, Prosecutor Luna. You know, maybe you should meet my sister Maud. She'd get a kick out of your alliteration.
Then, with all due respect, Prosecutor Luna, this hasn't done your argument any favors, has it? It seems as though it's without merit, if I'm being honest.
So was all for
Only part of it,
naught.
Your Honor. Besides, we are working through a situation built on subterfuge and intrigue.
Oh?
It'd be arrogant to assume every component of this case is clear-cut.
Normally, her admitting that would make me want to celebrate. But I have a feeling that she came to that conclusion during the testimony. I guess even she couldn't predict or control what Pinky was going to say, which would usually be a win for us, but Luna doesn't look
Okay.
nervous because of that, or at all. It's like she's recovered completely. Does that mean she's setting up another argument? Better not jump the horseshoe. I need to wait and see what she's up to.
Nevertheless, though it was a bit unorthodox, the testimony has illuminated a certain point.
What point?
Namely, the origin of the juice boxes the defendant used to commit the crime. Isn't that right, defendant?
Oh, right. That
Rainbow?
was something we needed to clarify.
Indeed. However, that wasn't the only reason I called in this witness today.
What other reason is
Now,
there?
Isn't there something else you saw, witness?
Huh?
Is there? Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, there is.
Pinky? What did you see?
I'd like to hope it isn't as nonsensical as this one. But what else could she have seen? And why did it make her suddenly deflate?
Very good. Therefore, witness, you will now testify as to what you saw.
Witness testimony. Pinky's back again.
I went back to Wonderbolt Academy after hearing that Rainbow wanted more juice.
Okay.
I was going to say no, because I didn't want to enable her. But going cold turkey wasn't going to help, so I planned to bring half of what I did last time. When I got there,
Oh?
I saw a cool as a tornado tearing through everything.
Wait, a tornado?
The tornado again. Oh no. Does
Oh.
this mean...
Good gracious! An entire tornado? The winds must have been incredibly fierce that day.
Not quite,
It
Your Honor.
wasn't winds exactly.
Here in Equestria, tornadoes are the product of weather teams, not wayward winds.
Ah, I see. Yet another difference then.
But note my specific wording. Weather teams. In other words, an entire team of Pegasi is usually required to form one. Under rare occasions, a single pony may have the wing power needed to produce it.
Was any
Oh.
pony hurt during the incident?
Only two. One filly and another Wonderbolt, Fleetfoot. Both are receiving medical care at the moment.
Oh.
Why does Rainbow look shocked by that? Did she not know that there'd been a tornado?
is still too many. But I suppose we should be thankful that the injured numbered so few.
Right.
Defense, you may begin your cross-examination.
Okay, then. Cross-examination. Alright, let's tear this apart.
I went back to Wonderbolt Academy after hearing that Rainbow wanted more juice. I was going to say no, because I didn't want to enable her, but going cold turkey wasn't going to help, so I planned to bring half of what I did last time.
Hold it! Who supplied you with the juice this time?
Well, you see, have you ever heard of the juice box man?
The juice box?
Oh no, not this again.
You will cease this tomfoolery, witness, or I will make you. Do you understand?
Oops, sorry. I wasn't trying to joke or anything.
Let's move on then. As intrigued as I am, I'd rather not test Prosecutor Luna's patience.
Please.
Same here.
I was just telling the truth. I wasn't trying to turn this into a running gag or anything. Anyway,
Okay.
when I got there, I saw a crazy tornado tearing through everything.
Hold it! How is this tornado generated?
It was made nearby, silly.
Huh?
Perhaps you could be more specific with your wording?
I saw it being made nearby.
Pinky?
I saw a single pony making it nearby.
Pinky.
Single pony? No. She can't mean.
Oh no.
I have to ask her. Who did you see, exactly?
I would say, but it's really hard.
Alleviate the concerns of the defense. Surely they wouldn't ask if they didn't want the truth. And remember, you are under oath to testify.
Sad but true. Pinky? Who is it?
It was a pony with rainbow hair.
What? Oh no.
Rainbow Dash?
That's not good.
What? That's impossible!
Can you see what is laid plain before you? The witness has seen with her own eyes the perpetrator of this event.
Hey, that's not what I meant.
What?
That is ridiculous, Prosecutor Luna. Why would my client generate a tornado at all?
Yeah.
Do not tell me you are lagging behind already, defense.
Ay.
Well, if your stalwart refusal to accept facts has left you as blind as a bat, I shall happily shine a light upon these dark corners. This tornado event and the poisoning incident both occurred on the same day. This obviously cannot be a coincidence. Rainbow Dash wanted to poison Streamline, but did not want to get caught. Moreover, she did not want the victim treated in time. For both things to happen, she needed bystanders' eyes watching something else. Therefore, she generated the tornado in an attempt to draw attention away from Streamline.
Oh, great.
That way, Streamline would succumb to the effects of the poison before she could be treated in time.
If only there were a way to counter that.
In covering her tracks, Rainbow Dash has dug her own grave.
That's what it seems like.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Why not, defense? That follows a certain thread of logic, to my eyes.
Because we heard from Captain Spitfire before the trial that the tornado occurred on the other side of the academy. Rainbow Dash was doing mandatory training during that time along with her fellow reservists, including Streamline.
That's right.
Seriously suggesting she was in two places at once.
What? As though she had cloned herself? I refuse to allow us to venture down that rabbit hole again, defense.
Then it's your duty as a prosecutor to back up your claims with evidence, not guesswork.
You tell her, Sonata.
Rainbow Dash have generated the tornado while she was training with Streamline.
Yeah.
The answer is quite simple. And moreover, it can be found by re-examining testimony given earlier today.
Oh?
I do not like the sound of that.
Did you forget that Captain Spitfire also mentioned Rainbow Dash's speed records from the Academy?
Yes.
It's not an exaggeration to say that Rainbow Dash is one of our fastest flyers. Streamline's almost just as good, too.
Oh, she
The
did
good
say
captain
that.
isn't alone in this regard. I am sure, were you to ask all of Cloudsdale what they find most memorable about their favorite daughter, they would, without a doubt, point to her speed. Ask your
Oh.
client yourself if you so wish. I wonder, will she lie about her competence as a flyer? Or will her pride once again be her undoing?
There's one thing I know about Rainbow Dash. It's that she is as sure of herself as the day is long. Even so...
Let me guess. You would argue that Rainbow Dash could not have left training without being seen.
That does seem a reasonable thing to conclude.
Yeah,
There were many ponies at this event, weren't there?
that is true.
But consider other contextual factors, Your Honor. While training is mandatory, eyes are not on the reservists all the time. There are too many, after all, doing too much all at once. If an opening presented itself, and given the defendant's own speed, she could have easily flown away, created the tornado, and flown back. All after poisoning the victim, no doubt. It was simply
Okay.
poor planning and bad luck that Streamline collapsed when she did. Quad
All right.
Random. Thus it is proved.
Indeed. What Prosecutor Luna has said holds a high degree of credibility.
Oh.
Defense, do you have any evidence to disprove it?
Oh no.
Do you?
Has me pinned. I don't have enough evidence to make an objection against that kind of logic. I didn't think she would have all of this put together so soon. I should have jumped on this when I had the chance.
Sonata,
Huh? Who was that? What?
Rainbow Dash would never do anything to hurt any pony on purpose. Never in a million bajillion quintillion years. She saved my life and my friends' lives and constantly keeps trying to be better. She'll quit the Wonder Pussy in 10 seconds flat if staying meant hurting any pony else.
Pinkie Pie.
Whoa.
As to be expected from Rainbow's accessory to this heinous offense.
What?
I'm not... Rainbow wouldn't try anything like this. She's only done little pranks in the past. All of them were harmless. Like this one time where all the cupcakes in Mrs. Cake's bakery were replaced with... Objection!
None of these past actions are relevant for today's trial. I would keep that in mind, lest thou art thrown from this courtroom.
technically, I think only the judge can make that kind of threat.
Yeah,
Prosecutor Luna cares about proper decorum at this point?
guess not.
Are the facts, witness? And I can name two of the most important. Streamline was poisoned, and Rainbow Dash was the one who poisoned her.
How could you Mr. Rainbow after everything she's done?
Miss Pie, hold on a moment.
I know she's all ponies find the truth, but you don't have to be so mean about it. You're making everything she's done look like some kind of scheme. She worked hard for her dream,
Yeah.
and she's your subject too. How can you say all that stuff about her?
Rainbow Dash cares not for the dreams of others as I do, nor even my subject while on trial. She is a criminal who attempted to dismantle the dreams of another.
No, she isn't. Why did you say that?
Ooh.
Don't you, witness? Look at the facts made bare. Have you been listening? Or are you just willingly being ignorant? No wonder Rainbow Dash had such an easy time gaining your compliance. Only a fool would be so gullible as to believe in her innocence.
Prosecutor Luna,
Sheesh.
there is no need for for such harsh rhetoric.
Don't you talk to her like that! Can't you see how it's making her feel? She's gonna cry if you keep this up!
Yeah.
Listen, you were not called on to speak. Utter another word out of turn, and it will be your last on the record.
Sonata,
Oh.
if you've got an idea, now would be the time to put it into action.
Gotta think of something quick.
I've never seen Luna push any pony like this before. At this rate, she's liable to drive Pinky to tears. And if that happens, I won't have anything left to go on.
Well, we've got to do something.
But what?
Maybe...
Damn it, I know. Just give me a second to think. But what even is there left to think about? Pinky, Spitfire, Philo? None of them have offered anything in Rainbow's defense with their testimonies. Darn it. If only Streamline was awake, then I could at least have some pony else give testimony. No pony else was there when...
Huh?
Wait, some pony else was there during all of this.
You know what? You're not doing your job at all, prosecutor. No, Princess Luna. In fact, you're not even a prosecutor at this point. You're just a big...
Thank you.
Not allow a full-blown argument to take place in my courtroom. Miss Pye, though you are understandably upset, for speaking out of turn, you will be removed from the witness stand. I forbid any more testimony from you today. Prosecutor Luna, banter is one thing, but this is beyond the pale. Tread carefully and with dignity, or you will be penalized.
I apologize for my behavior.
Bailiff,
Okay.
escort Miss Pye out of the courtroom. Perhaps it will give all of us some time to calm down.
Guess there's no choice.
I think we can all say that this trial's progression has been unorthodox. Still,
Right.
the prosecution has proven the link between Rainbow Dash and Streamline.
Yes.
Does the defense have anything they'd like to add?
Luna showed her hand, Sonata. If there was any time to call her bluff, it's now. I don't think we can hold out any longer.
It's now or never.
Yes, I agree. Now's our chance. Luna may have the judge convinced, but with some work, we can start regaining our footing. Better start with the best line of attack. I do have a few points worth mentioning, Your Honor.
Then let us hear them.
What do you got?
While I think we can all agree that the prosecution has done their due diligence, they have taken the focus off our original problem.
Huh?
This case isn't centered around a tornado. It's about the so-called poisoning that claimed to Streamline that very day.
Do you have more to add on that subject? I thought it was cleared up pretty neatly.
Yeah.
Except for two things about it, actually. The first would be Rainbow swapping out those juice boxes. Why would she do that? It would have been easier for Sunpony to simply put the poison in Streamline's drink without swapping them at all.
That point
Yeah, that is
still
true.
irrelevant. No matter how much you hem and haw, Rainbow Dash was already seen swapping out the juice boxes. The locker rooms were crowded. Rainbow slipping something into the victim's drink would have been noticed by some pony nearby. Had she actually been caught that way, this trial would have lasted mere minutes.
That brings me to my second point, though. Why go through all that trouble for a simple crime?
Perhaps Miss Dash didn't have the aptitude to commit even a simple crime. Any fool can complicate matters far beyond what is necessary, as proven here. Did you just call me dumb? I oughta...
Rainbow?
Are you threatening a member of the court?
Before we start arguing again, there is a third point I must make. Your case against Rainbow Dash is not definitive, no matter what you say.
Are you calling
Oh?
in question the testimony of my witness's defense? Do you wish for his honor to throw them all out? Is that it?
Your attempts at equivocating have gone on for long enough.
Yet here you are, rattling on like a steam engine on its last legs. Make your point,
Okay.
defense, or cease such noise.
Alright, fine. Here's the main sticking point. Sure, several witnesses have come forward against my client. And sure, Detective Reed has suggested the poison used in this case was gricklegrass. But no testimony nor argument from the prosecution has been able to explain away a certain discrepancy.
And what's that?
We can see if we look at one piece of evidence in particular.
Which piece of evidence, defense?
The toxicology report.
Huh?
Must we take another look at this document? Gricklegrass matches the report's description line by line.
Really? So you must see the line where it shows poison actually in the victim's body. I certainly don't see it from here.
Huh?
That's right. That toxicology report came back negative for poison, didn't it?
Yeah.
Reports can exist. We can clearly separate a clerical error from what's in front of us.
The burden of proof falls on you, Prosecutor Luna. Stepping into this case without proper cause is grounds for an immediate dismissal of my client.
Your Honor, enough proof has been demonstrated regardless of what the defense claims. Surely you can see what she's trying to do. She means to inundate us through sheer stubbornness and an absurd quantity of needless questions in order to distract us from the irreconcilable facts.
There are irreconcilable facts, I will grant, but one of them is the lack of poison cited in the toxicology report. This is an attempted poisoning case, and without poison, you can't even have a proper trial to begin with.
Yes.
Your Honor, you must agree with that at least.
Well?
I will say that this is a rather interesting dilemma. The toxicology report itself doesn't directly cite poison as the reason for Streamline's collapse. I'm afraid I cannot overlook such a glaring hole in this matter. Yet the amount of evidence against the defendant is already compelling. She was seen actively swapping juice boxes with Streamline before her collapse. These two pieces should work in tandem, but what we are seeing, clearly, is a disconnect. For if no poison was found in the juice boxes, then why was the defendant swapping them at all?
Okay.
And there's the million-dollar question.
I'm counting on you to back me up, Phoenix. Why don't we ask my client that very question? Let her testify to that end.
Oh. Yeah, that could work.
Actually suggesting that for your next course of action? Have you lost your mind?
Sonata, are you sure that's a good idea? Rainbow didn't tell us everything the first time around. If we let her testify now, without any preparation, we might just have an even bigger problem on our hands.
Do you have any better ideas?
What about the toxicology report? If we asked for the test to be reevaluated, then we could get an extension.
That report is the only thing keeping us here. The fact
Oh?
that it hasn't been clarified is our one ticket to keeping Rainbow from getting a guilty verdict right now. Besides, if we were to instead ask for it to be checked again, and Luna was able to confirm Streamline was poisoned,
We're sunk. Okay. I see your point. But this is still a big gamble.
you told me you
Well,
were
it's
on a
all we
show
have for now.
I can't think of anything more of a show than this. We know she didn't poison Streamline. I know she didn't do it. All I need to prove is that she had another reason for swapping those juice boxes. Once I do that, the judge will have to dismiss this case.
I think Rainbow is ready to spill her guts anyhow. I don't know how much longer she can hold herself back. Luna's been pretty rough on every pony today.
He's not wrong. Rainbow is chomping at the bit over there. If we do this now, there won't be any turning back.
Prosecutor Luna, do you have any objections to make?
No. The prosecution will allow Rainbow Dash to take the stand. If anything, the defense has finally made a move we are interested in seeing played.
If I'm lucky, it'll be the last move I need to make.
Very well. Let the defendant take the stand.
All right. Rainbow, you better think of something.
State your name and occupation for the record.
Rainbow Dash. I'm a Wonderbolt reservist. For now. Anyway.
I take it you're aware of what you'll be testifying about?
Yes.
I know. I was listening.
Then by all means, proceed with your testimony.
Come on, Rainbow. Don't let my faith in you be for nothing.
Witness testimony. The truth.
Okay, I admit it. I have been swapping out some of Streamline's juice boxes, even on the day she collapsed.
Okay.
I didn't poison her. I'm innocent. Why can't you see that? And don't get me started on that tornado business. I didn't cause that either. That's all I'm gonna say. I want to remain silent about everything else.
Rainbow?
The right to remain silent again?
Well, it's a right for a reason. At least this time, we got some room to maneuver.
True. Saying something is better than nothing at all.
Luna?
Rainbow's not the only one practicing that right. That's unusual, given how Luna was acting with Pinky. Did the judge's warning pay off?
Very well. Miss Sonata, you may cross-examine the defendant whenever you're ready.
Let's hope you find something. Cross-examination.
Okay, I admit it. Objection!
Huh?
What the?
I'm tired of this game of cat and mouse. Why not end this farce with that single admission and spare us all, defendant?
Luna, what are you doing?
Is that perhaps too oblique for you? I mean to say that you should admit that you are guilty and not delay the inevitable.
I'm not doing anything like that. Because I'm innocent.
Ms. Dash, relax.
Please.
Prosecutor Luna, why?
I will say that you are most definitely failing to live up to the element you are the bearer of.
Huh? Luna, what are you saying?
Your Honor, this is too far.
Order! Order! I agree. Prosecutor Luna, it's bad enough that you've interrupted the cross-examination like this, but please stop antagonizing the defendant.
Your Honor, I mean not to antagonize, merely criticize.
It didn't sound like that to every pony else.
True that.
This case is of great importance. A future Wonderbolt not only resists arrest, needing to be dragged away like a child, but also continues to act so in court. How does that look to the citizenry? To have some pony behave with such juvenile arrogance when faced with a serious accusation? What does that say about the Wonderbolts? Have they abandoned their principles? Do discipline and esteem no longer matter? Are we meant to accept the idea that the Wonderbolts will let any pony into their ranks, regardless of how noxious they are? The Wonderbolts appear to be a failing institution, or at the very least, one with absolutely no standards.
Luna, what are you doing?
Told once by Your Honor. That's enough.
I am done. Thus, my earlier comment has been proven.
What earlier comment?
Huh?
That the defendant is failing to live up to the element she is the bearer of. Behold, Rainbow Dash, the element of loyalty. A reservist for the team she supposedly cares for so deeply. But there is no more loyalty in you than in a stewed prune. Don't you dare look at how she has betrayed the Wonderbolts in the most vile fashion. How she has wrecked all that they stood for. It is a tragedy that such a supposedly noble institution has crumpled into a mere shadow of what it once was. Look at whom who not a bright, fresh recruit, but an irredeemable killer.
What?
The hideous shadow of her presence inflicts a loathsome, charnel stain upon their legacy.
I'm the stain? Me? What? Your mane getting in your eyes?
Ms. Dash, wait.
Rainbow?
It's Streamline who was the real stain on the team. Some pony like her has no place on the Wonderbolts. She shouldn't have been allowed at all. Ugh. I knew she was a dirty, good-for-nothing cheat from the start. But no pony believed me, because I didn't have any proof. Don't you get it? One of us had to pony up and do something about her. Some pony who wasn't afraid of getting a little dirty to do the right thing.
Rainbow, just calm down.
This is getting out of control.
You know what? I'm glad this happened to Streamline. She got what she deserved. And if I could do everything over, I would...
Hold it! Rainbow, stop!
Thank you, Phoenix.
Sonata asked me to testify, didn't she? Isn't this what she wanted?
Don't you realize what you just said?
What I said was the truth!
Yeah. This is really not good.
This is it. It's over. There's no coming back from this.
Rainbow.
Prosecutor Luna, what do you have to say?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. Thanks to the defendant herself, the motive has become quite clear. Rainbow Dash believed her fellow Wonderbolt reservist, Streamline, was a cheater.
Yeah.
After failing to prove this accusation, the defendant took matters into her own hooves.
Oh.
A punishment most foul was concocted in place of any actual proof. With a plot conceived under the blackest of influences to torment ponykind, Rainbow Dash decided she would poison Streamline through the creation and eventual administration of a poison called Gricklegrass. The justification appears to be a warped sense of moral vindication. An arrogant way of thinking, I must say, as is to be expected of a vigilante. The end result is a mare very nearly losing her life after a serious collapse. All of the evidence presented points to this being the case.
Rainbow.
Thus, we are given the
How
means
could you?
and motive. The prosecution rests.
As much as I agree with what you've just said, that wasn't what I meant, Prosecutor Luna. I meant, what do you have to say for yourself?
Huh?
You broke from procedure by interrupting the cross-examination. Not only that, but you then decided to start antagonizing the defendant and refused to back down even after I instructed you to stop. This, on top of your earlier bickering with the previous witness. To say that your performance today has been shameful would be an understatement. I'm shocked you would act this way.
Yeah.
I am simply doing my duty as I see fit, Your Honor.
Very well. Then I shall do mine. At the end of today's proceedings, I'm afraid you'll have to receive a penalty. You were warned, after all.
Oh boy.
Understand, Your Honor.
As said, though, I do agree with your summary of the case and the motive you've put forth. While a bit unorthodox of a discovery, the defendant has indeed admitted to having felt the need to do something about the victim. She
Yeah.
has clearly implicated herself, in my opinion.
What? No! Not... None of that is
Rainbow.
Miss Sonata,
Why didn't you think about it?
I'm sorry if this has come as a shock to you, but you had many opportunities to provide counter-arguments. While I'm sure this cross-examination didn't go as you might have planned, you were the one who requested the defendant testify.
Yeah.
Sonata, please tell me you have something to offer as a rebuttal. We can't let it end like this.
What can I even say? There are no more witnesses. And there's no point in trying to cross-examine Rainbow properly now. Sure, the cross-examination technically never ended, but Luna's right. Rainbow has both means and motive to commit this crime. She's practically confessed to poisoning Streamline, even if that wasn't what she meant. Asking her to testify was a huge mistake. How could she admit to something like that, though? Why would you admit that you think Streamline deserved what she got?
If there's nothing further, I'm ready to declare my verdict.
Oh no.
Oh, is this it? Is it over?
Come on, you gotta do something. Anything.
In order to secure a guilty verdict, the prosecution must be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt the means, motive, and causation of the accused. The defense, conversely, needs to show there is doubt for at least one of those things.
Huh?
That's right. There's still one thing that hasn't been proven beyond reasonable doubt. The causation.
What's going on?
How do I know, you ask? The symptoms of said poison are very distinct, and they are a perfect match with the victim's condition. Those symptoms are a combination of sweating, a dangerously high heart rate, lightheadedness, followed by vomiting, extreme anxiety, and eventual collapse.
Gricklegrass symptoms.
What's this? It says Streamline was apparently murmuring something right before she passed out. Streamline was heard weakly repeating the words, "Stay, so sorry," up until the point of losing consciousness.
Streamline's comment.
No idea. Your guess is as good as mine. You wanna know what I think, though? I think that Streamline was hallucinating.
Hallucination. What does this all mean? Connecting logic?
Streamline was heard repeating something in a delirious state before she passed out. Even I assumed that this was just a reaction to the suspected poisoning. Maybe that's not the case. If we take what Captain Spitfire said at face value, there's a chance this could mean Streamline wasn't poisoned by Gricklegrass.
In the case of Rainbow Dash, I find the defendant...
Objection!
Sonata, you got something?
Yes, Miss Sonata?
I think it's a little too soon for a verdict, Your Honor.
Oh?
Really?
The prosecution disagrees. If anything, this is becoming needlessly protracted. Everything required to demonstrate the defendant's guilt has been proven.
Everything? I wonder about that.
Make your point and be done with it.
Like I said, it's too soon for a verdict, seeing as how the true cause of Streamline's collapse has yet to be proven.
Oh.
Of all the things to try and argue against yet again, have you not read the incident report? Do you not recall Detective Reed's testimony about the symptoms the victim presented? The cause of Streamline's incapacitation was Gricklegrass poisoning. Your unwillingness to see that does not occlude the facts.
Oh, I'll admit, it certainly appeared like it at first. But there's one fatal error that has been made.
There is no such error. Streamline was suffering from the exact symptoms that we know Gricklegrass causes.
That's true, but only if you ignore a certain other detail.
What detail would that be?
Oh?
This, Your Honor. Take that. I certainly have read the incident report, Prosecutor Luna. Maybe it's time we double-checked it together?
For what exactly?
Right here. Streamline was heard weakly repeating the words, "Stay, so sorry," up until the point of losing consciousness.
Does that mean something, though?
To Captain Spitfire, it does. She believes it was the result of a hallucination. And if we take that possibility into consideration, then it outright contradicts something else that has been presented to the court.
Oh?
That's the Gricklegrass poison report, isn't it? From the EBI?
Exactly, Your Honor. As we can all see, nowhere does the report list hallucinations under the symptoms for Gricklegrass poisoning.
Oh.
That's right. And if that's the case, then...
It's entirely possible that Streamline was not poisoned by Gricklegrass at all.
Objection! Captain Spitfire was not brought in to testify about the possibilities regarding the cause of the victim's collapse. She is no expert defense, and you would do well to remember that.
You're not seriously suggesting we just ignore this, are you?
Oh.
The report speaks for itself. This incoherent rambling from the victim must be unrelated.
Could it be a prolonged condition the victim might have been suffering from prior to her poisoning?
Well, you were pretty quick to bring up Streamline's medical records earlier, Prosecutor Luna. How about it? Was there anything there that might line up with this reaction?
Kindly wipe that grin off your face, Defense. If it were that obvious, I'd have mentioned it.
Then you concede that this was not an underlying condition?
We concede
Oh?
nothing. This is merely some sort of rare, extraneous symptom of the poison.
You'd like that to be the case, but I think you'll find it's not as simple as that. You recall Detective Reed's testimony. You've mentioned it after all. How about the part where he said that the symptoms for Gricklegrass are very distinct?
He did say that.
Extraneous symptom doesn't fit with how the Equestrian Bureau of Investigation describes Gricklegrass, the supposedly easy-to-make poison. And we can't discount that as the words of a mere amateur. No, those are the words of the head of the EBI.
Yes.
Foremost experts in all things crime. Yes, she's speechless. Looks like silence really is golden. It's proof positive that I'm on the right track.
Miss Sonata,
Yes, Your Honor?
while I understand where we're at, I can't help but wonder what the cause of this additional symptom was.
It's certainly a mystery.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's another poison.
As easy as it would be to run with that, no. I need to get poisoning off the table. Or at least explain this hallucination in another way. No, Your Honor. I don't think so. This hallucination is likely the result of something else.
But what, though?
Yeah.
What was it Streamline said again? Stay, so sorry. That doesn't really seem like anything meaningful, though. Some of it sounds exactly as Luna described it. Incoherent. Stay, so sorry. Stay, so sorry. Stay, so sorry. Is it really nonsense, though? Streamline wasn't in the best state when she was speaking, after all. Maybe those tending to her just misheard what she said.
The misheard statement. Alright. What's the logic?
From the sound of it, it seems as though what might have been misheard was the first part of what Streamline said. Stay, But what does that actually mean, though? What was Streamline trying to say?
Streamline's misheard comment.
All this thought I'm putting into this, when it doesn't seem to even matter anyway. Whatever Streamline did say is unrelated to any of the evidence we found at the...
Huh?
It's a long shot. It's really all I have at this point. Time for a thorough re-examination. The first part of this is just small talk and Spike wishing us good luck. Sweet of him, but not altogether relevant. Next is... yes. Their investigation in Manhattan. Let's see. Is there anything here that has some significance? Anything at all? Come on. Stay,
Huh?
Did you know that Overall used to come here with some pony named Stella?
Wait. Stella? Could it be?
Could this? No. That can't be a coincidence, can it? But if it isn't, then that means...
Stella?
That Streamline wasn't saying stay so sorry, but rather Stella so sorry? Is this even the same mare though? No, forget about that. Focus on making sure Luna doesn't instantly shut this possibility down first.
Sonata, you okay?
Yes, I figured something out. Or a path forward at least.
Good. Let him have it.
Alright, what do you got?
Yes?
While I can't explain what caused this hallucination, I can offer an explanation as to what it means.
Well, that's more than what I'm capable of. What does it mean?
That will become apparent after looking at this. Take that!
A letter?
Yes. This is a letter related to another investigation taking place right now in Manhattan.
Manhattan? Ah, you must mean Miss Rarity's case.
Exactly.
Dreadful business, that.
Objection! Your proclivity for addressing the irrelevant is tiresome, Defense. This letter has no bearing on the case at Hoof.
Your Honor,
Oh?
if you simply read the letter and allow me to explain, you'll see exactly why it matters.
Defense? What are you playing at?
All right, Miss Sonata. I'll allow this. Now then, let's see here. Dear Phoenix and Sonata, if you're reading this, that's awesome. It means that...
The relevant part is a bit further down, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did you know that Overall used to come here with some pony named Stella? Do you see that?
See what exactly?
It's the name, Prosecutor Luna. Stella.
That's what it says, yes.
Now, let's think back to what Streamline was heard saying right before she lost consciousness. Stay, so sorry.
I can't make heads or tails of what that's supposed to mean. Even now.
She was apologizing. That much is obvious from the so sorry. But stay, that was the tricky part. And here we are, with the answer right in front of us.
Are you sure about this, Sonata?
It was Stella. Some pony whom Streamline knows, and whose relevance to the Manhattan case may extend to the incident at Wonderbolt Academy.
Objection! Your desperation knows no bounds, it seems. Not only are you asserting that the delirious comments made by the victim are relevant, but you're claiming they relate to a specific pony? Have you any idea how many ponies go by that name? How brazen are you to suggest that Streamline was referring to this particular mare?
So you admit that it's a possibility then? That Streamline was trying to say something about a mare, and that it wasn't her being incoherent?
Oh.
Even if it is a possibility, what does it matter? This hypothetical mare the victim knew is completely inconsequential. Streamline's collapse is the issue, not this.
Objection! An issue that has a glaring inconsistency. This hallucination can't be explained. All I've done is present an argument for what it could mean.
Preposterous! Stuff and nonsense, that's all this is! As likely as Tartarus freezing over!
You can attack the likelihood of this all you like, but you can't ignore the core problem. That this additional symptom, this hallucination, suggests the possibility that something else caused Streamline's collapse.
Oh?
Your Honor, it'd be too soon to declare a verdict, wouldn't you say? Come on, Your Honor. You know it as well as I do. Come on.
I will give my opinion.
Yes.
I do agree that the theory presented is somewhat of a stretch. I cannot deny that it could be the case.
Oh?
I'm not sure if the theory will lead to anything, or if it has any relation to the direct cause of the collapse. However, we find ourselves in a rather unique situation, don't we? At least for Mr. Wright and me.
We do?
Really?
Well, yes. The victim is alive.
Oh, that she is.
Yeah, that is true.
Man, what does it say when that's something of a rarity for us?
Yeah.
So, why not simply ask Streamline herself about this Stella mare for a start?
Yeah.
That'd clear things up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose
That should
so,
do.
Your Honor. Good idea, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mind pitching in every now and again.
Yeah, keep at it, Your Honor.
The nature of this hallucination concerns me, and I'd like for us to determine whether or not it has any relevance to the victim's condition.
True.
We still lack a definitive explanation for this additional symptom, after all. Thus,
Understandable.
this gives me enough reason to adjourn for today and resume this trial tomorrow. Does that sound acceptable to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
If that is your honor's wish, then yes, it will be done.
Perfect.
That was a bit too close for comfort, but I made it. By the skin of my teeth, I made it.
Very well then. Court is now adjourned.
Thank goodness. To be continued. Voice actors Sonata, Cadet Redshirt, Cat E, Phoenix Wright, Julius Gemstone, Stephen Wright, Luna, Goddess Level 1, Judge, DeWilstonator, Rainbow Dash, Muse Script. Pinkie Pie, Estella Pantomimia, Bailiff Number 1, Mr. G, Overall Concept, Paul H, Humble, Estella Pantomimia, Rundoon, Atticus, The Gold Crow. Writers, Jarvie Jared, Jared Berberade, J.M. Boot, James Boot, Dialback, Evan Kennedy, Random Access. Case 3 Story Development, Mr. Gentleman's Benjamin Dale, Soundman, Levi Francis, Jarvie Jared, Jared Berberabe. Assistant Director, Soundman, Levi Francis, Director, Mr. Gentleman's Benjamin Dale. Reset the Clock credits themed. Performed by Cadet Redshirt. Lyrics by the Aljavas, Jarvie Jared. Composed by the Aljavas, Jake Rowe, Jarvie Jared. Still in evidence artists, Maria Moonlight, Maria Morano, Alicia Doodles, Alicia Boards, Nosebleed Freak, Hio Oimal, Null. Concept artists, Silver Feathers, Shannon Evans, Maria Moonlight, Maria Morano, Cadet Redshirt, Kat Angel, Uduzu, Corey in the House, Rem Koshmar. Background artists, Null, Saturn, Iduzu. Graphic artists, Soundman, Levi Francis, YD Gion, Dae Jion Yun, Tyler Lambert. Music tracks. You should take a little rest at a time like this. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, Capcom. Case 3 Recap, EOJ, Jarvie Jared. Lawkeeper Atticus, The Keeper of the Law, EOJ, Jarvie Jared. Annihilation, Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. Investigation, Middle Game 2011, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Miles Edgeworth Prosecutor's Path, remastered by JT Paper. Defendant Lobby, Never Ending Overture, Trials and Tribulations, remastered by Cube. Court, Guardians of the Law, Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations, remastered by JT Paper. Pinkie Pie, A Smile Full of Laughter, EOJ, Jarvie Jared. Cross-Examination, Motorado 2004, Trials and Tribulations, remastered by JT Paper. Cross-Examination, Allegro 2004, Trials and Tribulations, Capcom. Confess the Truth 2011, Ace Attorney Investigation 2, Miles Edgeworth Prosecutor's Path, Capcom. Princess Luna, Nightmare of the Courtroom, EOJ, Jarvie Jared. Musicians, Jarvie Jared, Jarrett Berberabe, Jeek Rowe. Tricks and Gimmicks, Ace Attorney Investigation, Miles Edgeworth, remastered by JT Paper. Tricks and Baroque, Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, remastered by JT Paper. Confrontation, Allegro 2009, Ace Attorney, Miles Edgeworth, Capcom. Beric Van Zeeks, The Reaper of the Bailey, The Great Ace Attorney, Capcom. Reminiscing, Shattered Formulas, The Great Ace Attorney, R, Capcom. The Lost Legend, EOJ, Jarvie Jared. Sonata, Objection, Seeking the Truth, EOJ, Jarvie Jared. Trick Analyze, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Miles Edgeworth Prosecutor's Path, remastered by JT Paper. Logic, The Way to the Truth, Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, remastered by JT Paper. Trick Break, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Miles Edgeworth Prosecutor's Path, Capcom, remastered by JT Paper. Jingle, Slight Break, Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, remastered by JT Paper. A Piece That Embraces, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1, Phantom Blood. Pony Riggers, Silver Feathers, Shannon Evans. Eon 333, Lucas Furmanek. Puffy, Marcin Bodzianowski. Mr. Vector MV, Cinder Clouds, Caramel Dust, Perry PT. Audio Engineers, Soundman Levi Francis, SKVA, Sneha Kumar. Knox, Frankie C, Mr. Gentleman's, Benjamin Dale. King Xanadu, Joel. Credit Sequent Animators, Silver Feathers, Shannon Evans. Puffy, Marcin Bodzianowski. Arisha, Alessia Ferrari. Melody MSG, Caramel Dust. Public Relations, Pretty Pegasus Swings. Mr. Gentleman's, Benjamin Dale. Jin Xing Yin. Julius Gemstone, Stephen Wright. Video Editors, Brunowski Inc., Bruno Bermedo. 123 Connor Poop, Connor Rolfs. Doc Nguyen, Henry Nguyen. Ghost, Michael Magnelli. Tragic Wonder, Elliot Lewis. Bunster Productions. Apps used: Adobe Animate, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe Audition, Clip Studio Paint EX, Paint Tool Site, Audacity, FL Studio 21, Swivel, Toon Boom Harmony Premium, GIMP 10.2, Autodesk 3ds Max, Plural Eyes, Blender, Pixlr X. Vectorized human sprites, Null, the Aljavis, Silver Feathers. Automation, Soundman, Levi Francis. 123 Connor Poop, Connor Rolfs. Pretzelman 718, Joe Cheney. Special thanks Puffy, Marcin Bodzanowski, J.M. Boot, James Boot, Mr. Gentleman's, Benjamin Dale, Neo Artemis, Capcom, Hasbro. This is a fan-made sequel created by the Al Javis based on Neo Artemis' original series Turnabout Storm 2012. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney are owned and copyrighted by Hasbro and Capcom respectively. This is a non-profit project that takes no ownership of their characters or soundtracks in this movie. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this episode and to follow us on our socials. Link in the description. August 19th, 10:05 p.m., Bridal Way Alleyway.
But please, check on at speed. No. This can't be it. I can't. Did I do it, sis?
Huh?
Did I give you the life you wanted? The life you deserved? Or did you hate being here with me? I know you didn't technically ask for this, and it was selfish of me to want something different.
Ooh.
No, that's a lie. I didn't do this just because I wanted something different. The truth is, I did it to forget.
What the?
Oh.
Stella? Stella!
Alright everyone, so that was part 5 of Case 3 for Elements of Justice, Means, Motive, and Causation. My word. That must have been one of the most intense trials that I've seen in the entire Phoenix Wright and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic lore. And it just makes me wonder what's more to find out about this trial, and not to mention see if there'll be some more light to shed on that particular flashback involving overall concept. Sure am looking forward to how this trial will proceed and what the outcome of it will be, and if we'll find out more about the other trial in Manhattan. That's something to keep a lookout for. Alright everyone, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.